As we wait for Steve Perry's new album to drop, hopefully something we'll see this fall, some of you may find it interesting to know that there was a time, after the release of Raised on Radio, where Steve actually considered changing careers. Yes, for just a brief moment, actually a few years, Steve thought about taking a hard right turn and doing something completely different. What was that? Well, hang on, we'll get there. But first, a little backstory. During the mid-'80s, Steve's mother became really ill, and being the dutiful, loving son that he is, he spent a lot of time at the hospital with her. And because he was well known, people thought that he was the sick one, not his mother. Rumors started that Steve had throat cancer. And of course, something like that spread like wildfire. Sadly, Steve's mother passed away before the Raised on Radio album was released in 1986, and that album is dedicated to her. Raised on Radio was a huge hit, but the time in the hospital with his mother and the tremendous strain on Steve's voice that Journey's constant concert performances create got Steve thinking that maybe, just maybe, his services would be better utilized if he dedicated the second half of his working career to something different, maybe something in the medical field. After a tremendous amount of thought, Steve decided that he wanted to be a neurologist. Why neurology? Steve has never gone into any sort of detail beyond the fact that he finds the science and study of how the brain functions absolutely fascinating. That said, according to Steve, it only took a few days of working with a cadaver for him to realize that maybe he was destined to be a singer after all. So Steve went back to work. In 1994, he released For the Love of Strange Medicine, and eventually he came back to Journey. Unfortunately, 1996's Trial by Fire was a short-lived reunion, and now, of course, we wait. We wait for something new by Steve. It's been a long time coming, and Steve says this new album is going to be cathartic. He calls it a culmination of the many feelings that he went through while supporting the love of his life, Kelly, as she battled with cancer. It was a battle that she would eventually lose. And maybe, just maybe after the new album comes out, some of us may get a chance to see Steve Perry out on the road again. With or without Journey, an evening listening to The Voice would prove magical for those of us who have been waiting for something new from our wannabe neurologist for a very long time. So what do you think? Will Steve's new album ever see the light of day? And would you be willing to have visited the office of a Dr. Stephen Ray Perry? Leave your comments below, and please give this video a like. It really means a lot to me. As always, I would consider it an honor if you would think about subscribing to this channel. And most importantly, thank you so much for watching.